Happy noontime on Monday, oh empaths. Thank you for all of you who have been joining us, all the extraordinary DMs and emails and texts and reach outs and just sending all of you love. So here we are, just outside of Toronto, Canada today in spring, and it's snowing. It's snowing. The puppy is very, very excited. Other than that, I'm not sure so many other people are. I wanted to reach out today to build on some of our other techniques that we've been using on how to wield energy, how to manage, and today also how to turn down the volume. So this is some ancient wisdom school stuff that we do when we do the trainings one-on-one, or for any of us that have worked with us in the Journey of Truth program, or in the mystery schools, or at our elite levels in the quantum leadership trainings or in GoQuantum. We need to get into what's mine and what's not mine. And hello to everyone jumping in, loving all those hearts. So here's the deal. As someone who has been an initiate now for 34 years this year, it's a big number, 34 years, and training empaths for 30 of those 34 years, and intuitives all over the world, I can tell you empaths don't have any boundaries, at least to start. So our asset is our liability. Because we can feel, and we can feel everything, the other side of the equation is unless we can feel everything, we perceive often that something is wrong, and it's not. So when I describe this, I describe this very much when we're teaching dance, just like in Dirty Dancing. This is my frame, and this is your frame for you. And no matter how close we get, we still have these frames for ourselves, and they stay there. Now, visually, what does that look like? Visually, I could give you the Vesica Piscis, which is one circle overlapping another circle. We often see those as the wedding rings. So if I were to draw this out for you right now, what I want you to notice is we're introducing something called the Vesica Piscis, and then I'm going to energetically show you how it works. Because while it's not complicated, it is counterintuitive. So here I am, I'm drawing these two circles, which I'm going to show you. These two circles. Dun, dun, dun. And this shape is a sacred geometry known as the Vesica Piscis. And the Vesica Piscis refers to the part that's in the middle. And this geometry is all over the world. It is on pyramids. If I were to just extend down to the lines here, you would see the Christian fish's tail. And so this symbol has been used in many different areas all over the world, which I love. And what it means is when you have one complete whole person or an idea, and you have another whole complete person and an idea, and we overlap, that overlap is known as the door to God. And the door to God obviously allows us to channel heaven down on earth. And that's not attached to anyone's religion. I'm just sort of summing up with my nomenclature because it's the same actually in all the religions, and that symbol is seen on all the sacred sites. So what happens when empaths, especially when we get overloaded, like there's a constant white noise underneath, like what's happening now, because there is so much uncertainty and there is so much confusion, and people are going through stages of grief. And so they're in denial. And if they're in denial, they're probably not staying home. Please stay home for now. They're sad, they're angry, they're bargaining in the beginning, well, it's not so bad, it's only for a few days. And all of your emotions are real and they're also relevant. So this isn't about not feeling. It's about being able to put in a dimmer switch, which is an automatic result of the mechanism when you can realize what's yours and what's not. So for all of you who are watching this either with me live or later on in the day, what I'd like you to do is we're just going to do a really quick assessment, and then I'm going to guide you through a breathing and a geometry. And the third thing I'm going to do then is to show you how you can use this. So let's everyone, wherever you are, just sit back and breathe. But before you breathe, I just want you to assess in your body as you're beginning to breathe with your eyes closed, where is there tension? What level of frenetic intensity is there in your body, if any? What emotions are in your body? Where are they? And on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest, what's your number? Because we get very used to just being with this energy all the time. And that's, of course, where things like numbing out with all sorts of substances happen, because we're attempting to turn the background volume down. So now that you have, that's bread, that's chocolate, that's alcohol, it's drugs, it's working out. We can get addicted to anything. It can be workaholic, just anything to just dissociate from the fact that our bodies are uncomfortable. And there's 70 trillion little geniuses in here, and they're giving us feedback all the time. So let's just sit back, close your eyes, and just breathe. We're just going to breathe in for 2, and start by holding for 2 and out for 4. Hand on the heart, hand on your stomach. In for 2, hold for 2, out for 4. In for 2, hold for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's go out for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to breathe in for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more, guys. In for 4. Hold for 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out for 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now I want you to imagine that blue-white ball that's above your head. And as we breathe in the top, it goes straight through us out the bottom into Mother Earth. It loops back from Mother Earth, all cleansed, into our head. Lots of room. It's just cleansing and connecting to Mother Earth. And that allows some space from our higher selves that has to go through the soul star, begins to move all that energy off of the soul star, which is a platforming station, so that we can get better information. And now we're going to, over our heads, see another blue-white ball. And as you breathe out, snap the sphere around you. The sphere, as we breathing in and out, the sphere is half above the ground and half under the ground. We're about 9 feet out, all around you. Perfect. And as you breathe and you just stay in this place, I want you to notice, how is it different inside the bubble? How is it different? And what is the intensity of the emotion in your body? What is that intensity? And you'll notice it drops. One of the things that we love about this and learning to keep this around us, it normally would last for 12 hours in intense situations. You may need to bubble up a couple times during the day. It allows us to really tap into what's mine and what's not. Now, as amazing as this is, and it's so amazing, this in and of itself just instantly just changes the game. What I'd like you to do is to play a game with this. Now that you know that humans have one of these bubbles, spheres, electromagnetic energy fields in actuality, around us, as you approach other people, I want you to play the game of, when do you become aware of theirs? Because even standing online someplace, our energy fields are overlapping each other. And you've gotten so used to this that you've just turned down the volume on it. And what we'd love for you to do is to get the discernment and the awareness that comes from this. As you walk into a room, does it change? Does the vibe inside you change? Did things start to tighten a little? Well, then that's in the room that you just walked into. That's not from you. If you get close to someone and all of a sudden you're finding that there's a freneticism or that restriction, that's not from you. The other side of the coin is, if you feel nothing, pay attention to how far in you go to get that information. Do you just go all the way in? Because without that extra information, you felt a little bit lost or a little unsafe. And that's okay too. And that's also why the divine gave us words, so that we can actually ask someone about how they're feeling. Because we will pick it up, and then unless we are doing this circuit breath, unless we had this bubble around us, when we stop breathing, we lock their emotion into our body. Now we're carrying it. And that, my friends, is where the danger is of empaths. So just like Deanna Troi on Star Trek, I'm going to geek out here a little bit. Loving Deanna Troi. There's an asset to having your superpowers. And all superpowers also have a liability until they get trained. So I'm here to tell you that if you're an empath or you're an intuitive, which, by the way, if you are a social entrepreneur or a conscious entrepreneur, you are, because you have some precognition skills that you're using that you didn't know that you were using, if you've been in the game a while. If people can just talk to you, there's a reason for that. It's because you're actually vibing their emotions just outside your awareness. If you're the person who would walk into a room and know immediately that someone was upset and that you needed to go speak to them, or if they were hurting, you would want to put your hands on them and pull that into you, I'm going to tell you there are different ways of doing that in a healthier, safer way. And those are for a different Facebook Live. So for today, make sure that you're staying bubbled, that you're circuit breathing. And of course, start with our 2-2-4 and work yourself up to our 4-6-8. Breathe in for 4, hold for 6, 8 for out for 8 for the breath. And just, pay attention. How is it different? Feel free to DM me. Feel free to leave comments here for all the other wonderful, beautiful humans that are watching this. And we're going to build on this. If you've noticed, all of our Facebook Lives are sort of building on each other. So feel free to go back and watch the first one. And I'm going to make sure that I add this into the index for you all. Sending you love. Stay safe. Stay full of hope. Stay in love. Until next time, I'm Dr. Kim Redman. Thanks for hanging out.